guys, BLM here, back with another live stream. We are going to be wrapping up Mass Effect 2, hopefully. Just checking up on stream real quick. Alright, we are good. So, yeah, let's do it. Okay, this is a bit loud for me. I'm gonna turn this down. Yeah, what do I really even have to say? I mean, like, okay, so, tonight's stream will probably be a bit shorter. Again, I'm getting a bit of an earlier start here, and I do actually have to get up relatively early tomorrow. So, probably not going to stream a ridiculous amount here, but I do want to finish Mass Effect 2 here, which I think will probably take around, I don't know, like 3-ish hours. Maybe less. I'm assuming it's probably less, actually. But either way, I mean, we'll finish Mass Effect 2 for sure, hopefully. But either way, obviously, stuff to talk about, Big Brother Survivor. And yeah. So let's go. Just gonna wait for people to show up before really talking about too much here. Do I bother Thane? I guess not, right? Yeah, we're just gonna, I think we're just doing the IFF mission, and then we're at the end, right? So, yeah, we should be able to wrap this up pretty quickly. If we finish this up, like, too quickly, then we'll probably go and, do, what was it? We'll probably go ahead and do the, we'll start Mass Effect 3 again. I'm fucking out of it already. I love how, that's already going well. Right, so this is a bullshit mission. This is probably my least favorite mission in the entire fucking game, so, let's see how this goes. Yeah, so since the last time I streamed, really been doing a lot of working on my reviews for, Survivor South Africa, which I got fully caught up on, and I started working on the Australian Survivor one, but not too deep into that just yet. And then, yeah, obviously we got Australian Survivor, which was on. We had the challenge tonight, and also Big Brother. So, quite a bit there. What am I doing here? Does it really matter? I don't think it does. Yeah, car saved by a twist. I'm trying to wait. When was the last time I streamed? Last time I streamed was on Monday, right? So I did see the idle play. Yeah. So okay, so it's only Tuesday's episode. Since the last time I streamed, which, so yeah, Tuesday's episode was the, Emmett boot, right? Which, yeah, pretty strong episode. I think, this post-merge, again, has been pretty strong with the exception of the, those two non-elimination-esque episodes, whatever, the episode where Baden goes home and then the Haley boot, that sort of stuff. Not great. But I feel like the other 4 episodes since the merge have been pretty strong. But yeah. Yeah, Kara is interesting at this point. Like, again, I think I talked about this last stream, that I feel like Kara's probably getting like a runner-up-esque edit at this point. Like, I feel like she's probably, again, like, I feel like the most likely final 2 right now is probably Haley and Kara, where Haley wins. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Again, I was wrong about Baden before, so I could still be wrong. But, again, I thought, I do think that's probably what we're heading towards. How do I feel about tomorrow's episode of Survivor SA? Like, what are we, alright, so what are we looking at for tomorrow's episode? We know the fire idol's in play, right? And then, I want to look at the voting chart here. Like, obviously, Santoni and Chappie's both used advantages to save themselves. Well, I mean, Chappie's had immunity, but anyway, so yeah, the only advantage left is Nicole's fire idol, and we're at final 6. Interesting that final 6 is the final time they can use an idol. I think that's interesting. Because that's the first time, I think, since Nicaragua that's been the case. So, I mean, we're essentially have 3 sets of 2, right? However, Nella is probably siding with Kieran and Tyson, and probably Nicole as well. I don't know. Like, it'll be interesting to see what happens. But I think Chappie's has got to be the clear target, right? I feel like Chappie's is probably the target. But I feel like he's going to win immunity. I've talked about this last stream as well. That I feel like after reading through my notes for Survivor South Africa, and I got caught up on the review and everything, I think Chappie's is winning. Like I think there's like things from early on that I just like completely forgot about when reading the notes. Specifically, like he specifically says in the first episode, "I'm the winner." So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I think right now I'm very much leaning towards Chappie's winning. Yeah, again, like how's he get there? Like he'll probably merge where he said that he's going to win every challenge, which is also a thing that like could be setting up him winning out here. Like I just feel like to me Chappie's seems like he's winning. Again, like I think there's still like a sliver of a chance of like a Tyson, but this last episode was so bad for him though, and like he's also not had really that consistent of an edit. So I don't know. I feel like Chappie's edit is more in line with that of like kind of a more physical version of Tom, and I kind of feel like Chappie's has it at this point, but again, like he probably wins out. I believe we know that this is going to be a final... Actually, do we know it's going to be a final 3? Because, like, we still have 4 more episodes left, and we're at the final 6. But then again, they could just not have an elimination in the final episode. They could just be... It could just be tribal and then the reunion show, which I think they've done in the past, and I know for sure that Survivor New Zealand has done that in the past, so it wouldn't be that big of a surprise. So I don't know how they're gonna approach this, but yeah, like I mean, Chappie's needs one? If it's a final 3, he needs 3 more immunity challenges, which is very possible. Again, like I don't know how Nicole's fire idol is gonna come into it. Like, is she even gonna need to play it? Like, I mean, I feel like I'll be surprised if she's in a position where she needs to play it. Because, like, I mean, what would need to happen? I guess, like, Santoni would need to play an idol. I don't know, but then, like, if Santoni, like, plays an idol, then how's the fire idol work? Because it's, like, the 2 most votes. Like, they would need to have split the vote. So, I think... I'm surprised Kieran's still in there, to be honest. I feel like... I felt like for a while that Kieran was gonna go. And I'm still surprised he's there. I don't know if he is the next boot. But then we've been getting a lot of, like, him and Nella Tyson stuff. We didn't know whether the technology... But then, like, I feel like Chappie's is like, how does Chappie's win a jury vote? Especially in a final 3 scenario. Like, I feel like he's gonna need to be against Santoni for sure. And then, like, maybe Tyson, and that the jury's, like, angry at Tyson. But then I don't really see that being the case. Because, like, I feel like Kieran wins if he gets to the end. Because I feel like he essentially played a cleaner version of Tyson's game. So, like, I feel like if it's Kieran, Chappie, Santoni, I feel like Kieran would win that. Well, like, I feel like Tyson had enough messiness in this game to where there could be a potential level of bitterness, but I don't really see that happening. So, like, I don't know if it would have to be, like, Nicole or, like, Anella, but even then, they have so many Zomba votes there, and, like, so many people are anti-Chappie, so, like, I really, like, again, like, I think the edit's pointing towards the Chappie's win, but I don't know how it happens, though. Like, because even if he wins out, like, I don't know how he's getting enough votes. But, I guess we'll see. What else we got? Yeah, if that, actually, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, if it is Haley and Cara, yeah, both of them have been voted out. Like, what a depressing final 2 that'll be. But... oh well, I guess. I mean, this is Australian, so this season in particular has been such a clusterfuck that I think it'll feel right for this season, if that ends up being the case. Okay, I keep on doing that. I keep on trying to scroll up on chat, and I end up messing it up. Whatever. All right, let's just go on here. Which, by the way, now I'm in the position where I literally have 2 chats open, just in case I fuck up one of the chats, and then I'm like missing a whole bunch of messages. But you were shocked it wasn't George Akara. Yeah, I thought coming into the episode, I thought it was gonna be George. I think coming when we got towards the end, like I thought at that point, yeah, like Emmett's getting enough setup here to where I see this being an Emmett boot. But yeah, definitely coming into the episode, I was like, I mean, it's got to be George. I mean, like this is
attention, right?
Like I don't know where George is going, because again, like I mean, George is still number 2 winner candidate. Like I think there's still potential for him to win, but like I just feel like Haley's edit is cleaner. Like if George ends up winning, it's like, I mean, obviously, like does George win any jury vote scenario? Like I feel like George probably wins in most scenarios, right? At this point, like especially because like now we're even hearing them talk about how big of a threat he is. I feel like there's not really any bitterness on the jury. Like I think the hardest road he's gonna have is probably against probably like a Flick, maybe? Just due to Flick having so many friends on the jury. But, like, I feel like if George gets to the end, he's winning this game. But it's like, how is he like, I don't really see it happening, though, right? Because it's like, I'm thinking, like, how far is he? Like, I don't know where he's going home, though, at this point. That's the other thing. It's like, is he gonna be, like, one of the last few boots at this point? Like, I mean, I did call that, like, earlier in the season that he was gonna be, like, 5th, 6th place. What the fuck? Really, I died in cover. That's really bullshit. But... yeah, I don't know where George's edit is really going. Like, I don't know if he's gonna be, like, maybe he's gonna be... I'm trying to think, like, what are the dynamics right now? So we got the 4-person majority with Emmett, not Emmett, with Andrew also there as, like, someone that could potentially come back to them. And then you have Flick and Danny completely on the outs, right? Like, what makes the most sense for Haley and Way at this point? Like, if you're at 7... like, if you get rid of George at 7, you leave Kara in the game to potentially come back to you. And then you still have Andrew, so you would still have the numbers. So I guess, like, technically George could go home next. Like, that wouldn't be the worst move in the world for Haley to get rid of George at the final 7, as long as she's able to maintain the loyalty of Kara. Because she would still have Andrew. And then probably get rid of Flick and Dan. Well, probably Danny is... I don't know. Like, who? I don't know what this jury's thinking, actually. Again, like, Flick seems to have more of the friends on the jury, but then, like, Danny seems to be the most... like, one of the more respected people out there. But, I mean, either way, like, Haley needs to get rid of both of them before she gets to the end anyway. Like, I do wonder, like, who does Haley beat at the end? Like, obviously, I think she beats Kara, for sure. Like, does she beat the other, like, every other brain outside of George? I think that's an interesting thing to think about. But anyway, like, I'm expecting this endgame to be pretty crazy here. I mean, this entire season's been pretty crazy. Like, it is interesting, too, because it's like, most people on this cast have no clue what they're doing. But it's like the 2 players that do know what they're doing, have both made it, like, pretty far into the season. And Haley and George. Despite Haley, like, obviously, like, really messed up. And both of them have really messed up. Like, none of these people have played exceptionally well. This is gonna be a clusterfuck of a player ranking, by the way. I'm actually, like, I'm really interested in seeing how it turns out. Oh my god, they're both dead too. Okay, this is terrible. Fuck this mission. But yeah, this player ranking is gonna be so, like, all over the place, I feel like. What else do we got? You can see a Tyson Chappie's fire making challenge. I think I think that would make sense thematically, but like I don't know how it happens though. Because like I mean, would Nicole like it would mean that Nicole would want to get rid of Tyson, right? If they would mean that Nicole would need to play her fire idol to have Tyson and Chappie's go to fire, but like the only reason she would do like that, it would make sense for her to do that is if she wants to get rid of Tyson, which like why wouldn't she just vote out Tyson at that point? I mean, I guess if Anella's not willing to vote out Tyson, I guess that could happen. But then again, like Nicole, from what we've seen, has been more keen to get rid of Kieran. Like that's something I had in my notes too, is that there's like a couple scenes throughout the season where like she mentions getting rid of Kieran and then they just don't do it. So I feel like maybe Kieran and Chappie's fire making and Kieran goes home, if that's the case, is more likely. What am I doing here? I don't even know what I'm doing in the game. Anyway, where would Chappie's rank as a winner?
And in other places.
Pretty. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, pretty low. In terms of South Africa, probably like middle. I would think. Like, I mean, he's above. Actually, I don't know. Is he above? Like, okay. Let's. I want to look at the voting chart real quick for, like, where's Chappie's been most of the game? Like, because like he was on the outs right away, right? But then he does flip over. Yeah, it's such a rocky game. I mean, like he gets not. He doesn't get blindsided on the Pine Tea vote. He knew that was happening, but like he's not. He didn't want that to happen. He does flip the vote on Mike at the swap, but even then, that was like he was in the swing position. So I don't know how impressive that move really is. It was more so like he just turned against his alliance, and then the people that he flipped to flipped on him immediately afterwards and voted out Paul. But then they flipped back to take out Carla, so it's like, again, it's kind of a wash there. And then yeah, I mean he doesn't go to tribal again until the merge. He gets saved by an idol. Mind you, I will give him credit in that. That he was never going home. That even though he does get technically saved by an idol, that was like on purpose. Like they purposely put the votes on Chappie so that they can use the idol on him. So I don't think that's like a complete knock against his game. And then he's in the majority for next 2 rounds, gets blindsided the Nesu vote, and then at this point he's at the point where he needs to win out, whether that be through challenges or idols. And again, like there's just very few points where he's actually in control of the game. Like the only the only vote he actually dictates is the Mike vote, and then like to a degree the Renier vote, but that was more so like him turning down a flip where they had the potential to flip on Tyson at that point, but then he thought it was too early, which again I do think is technically correct, even though it doesn't work out for him. Well, I don't think it was too early. It was more so, well, it's kind of too early, but also like Twist made it so like there was no reason to do it because he gave too much power to the old Zamba. But like I think he's pretty low. I mean, he's obviously below Rob. Is he above or below Tom? I think he's a better player than Tom, for sure. But in terms of the games that they played, I think it is kind of close, to be honest. He's below Graham. He's below Heike. Even though, again, I think he might be a better player than Heike. Well, depending on, I guess we'll see how the jury votes play out to determine that. Like if he ends up like having a really bitter jury and if he does win but like barely wins, then I feel like there would be a debate for Heike being a better player, because I do think Heike was more likable. Then would he be above or below Gigi? I mean, I have Gigi above Tom, right? So Yeah, I mean, he would be pretty low. I mean, he would be for sure above Vanessa. Like, I think that's the for sure one. Lorette, probably. And then at that point, it's like him or Tom, him or Gigi. Like, he's pretty low. There's Legion. Too bad we're gonna get rid of him right away. Again, still getting caught up on chat here. Really far behind. I think Chappie's moving against Santoni and Anella. Actually, fuck, I just closed the voting chart. Let's open this up again. Because I think this is going to be, I think it might be close, but again, like, he probably does. Let's see. So if we have Chappie's, Santoni, and Anella, like, let's say Kieran and Tyson vote for Anella in that situation. Obviously, they're closer to Anella. Nicole probably votes Anella. I think Wardog. Where's Wardog go? I mean, like, I don't know. Like, it's tough. Like, I think it's tough to see him winning there. Like, from an edit standpoint, yes, Chappie's wins. But it's like, how? How does he win this? Like, I think there's going to be, like, there has to be this, like, really big underdog sentiment. The thing is, like, I think Chappie's is getting Rainier's vote based off the edit. Because we got that scene in the pre-merge where we saw Rainier and Chappie's bonding, and that led to nothing. Which makes me now think that, again, Chappie's probably gets to the end and then gets his jury vote. Which is kind of like a similar thing to Jack and Tommy in I Am the Idols, where we saw Jack and Tommy being very close, but then it led to nothing because Jack went home before they got reunited. So I kind of saw that as more of it showing showing why Jack votes for Tommy. Like, I don't know if that's happening here with Rainier. Fuck, I just realized, like, this is gonna be a slog that we're about to go to. I don't know, but I find it tough to see where he gets the jury votes. Like, I think it might have to be, I don't know, like, him, Santoni, and Tyson, I feel like. And then for the Zombas to just be pro Chappies over Tyson. Or even Kieran, possibly, even though I think it's less likely of Kieran. I don't know. Again, like, I don't know how it happens. Alright, what else do we got? Do you think Haley may cut George? Yeah, I mean, I'm expecting Haley to cut George for sure. It's just a matter of when. Again, like looking at the game board, like, I think it makes sense for this next round for her to do it if she's able to keep Cara and Andrew on her side. Again, who knows how pissed off Andrew's going to be after this vote. But again, I doubt it will be enough for him to, like, start siding with George. But either way, I mean, like, if you get rid of George... Oh, wait, if you get rid of George and, like, Andrew flips her at 3-3, that's obviously not great. But if you keep George around one more round, you're at the final... I mean, you could wait another round, too. Maybe that is the move. If you get the 6... You have Haley, Way, whoever's left of Danny and, alright, let's just say Danny goes home at 7, because I feel like that's probably the most I feel like Danny's more likely getting voted out than Flick. Actually, I don't know, I mean, like, Flick got a lot of content about her being a threat recently, right? So it's like, I guess it could switch, but let's just say Danny goes home at 7. It's really interchangeable. It really doesn't matter. Because, like, I don't think either of them are getting to the end at this point. It's just a matter of, like, which Braun member gets furthest. Yeah, if, let's say Danny goes home at 7, that means we have George and Cara as a 2, we have Haley and Way as a 2, and then, I don't know if you want to consider Andrew and Flick at that point as a 2, but either way, like, so you got Andrew and Flick, yeah, I mean, like, it works out, but again, like, Haley would still need Cara in that situation, right? Coming into 5. But then again, she would also have the option of Andrew. Yeah, so I mean, it would make sense to wait one more round too. If she waits 2 more rounds till 5, I think if she waits 2, it still works out. I mean, to be honest, like she can keep George around till 5. Yeah, I mean, like realistically, she could keep him around till 5. I think beyond 5, you're getting really, you're getting to a pretty bad spot there, because George is always gonna have Kara. So you're going to have to split them up for sure by 5, but she could technically keep them around. Now, I'm pretty sure we do know there's going to be at least one more non-elimination, right? Because, like, even if we're getting a final 2, again, there's 6 episodes left. So obviously, like, that's going to play factor into things, but... Okay, can we not? Like, what the fuck is this? I hate this mission so much, but I don't know. Like, I guess the more I think about it, the more it makes sense for them just to get rid of a Braun next time, because you're still also leaving someone in there that Andrew could side with, and really, in terms of George, it doesn't really matter keeping him around a few more rounds. So. Surprised Chelsea isn't going to be on the jury. I'm not that surprised. I always expected 11-person or a jury to start at 11, because that's what like Australian Survivor typically does. Even the last time we had a merge at 13, which was Australian Survivor 2016, they ended up not starting the jury until 2 rounds afterwards. But also the fact that she got medevaced and everything, I think they were also like let's just send her home. Plus, also, if they're going to have a final 2 at this point, they can't really have Chelsea on the jury. Or they're going to risk a tie, so. Yeah, not that surprising. What is going on? I fucking hate the HUTs, because, like, whenever they start hitting you, like, the game just, like, doesn't allow you to move. I should probably pick these up. Okay, well... Actually, you know what? While we're here, might as well look at chat. Alright, again, still trying to get caught up here. Yeah, Chappie's for sure. I think Chappie's for sure has a Nesu. Yeah, Wardaw's tough. Like, Wardaw hates all of them. Wardaw hates Anella, Chappie's, and Santoni. So, it's like, where does she go? Fuck. I think edit-wise, I don't know. I mean, like, to be honest, I think she might go Santoni there. I don't know. It matters, like, again, it obviously matters, like, what the entire jury is thinking, and also the level of respect the jury has for Santoni as a player, which I don't think is particularly high. But I think she likes Santoni the most out of those 3, though. Based on how she left the game, at least. Though we did, actually, now I think about it, we did get that scene in the merge where Chappies and Wardaw were talking about how they've repaired their relationship and it's all a game and that sort of thing. So, again, like, I think that's probably, now I think about it, probably is pointing towards Chappies getting Wardaw's vote. But yeah, like, again, like, through reading my notes, like, I really realized that, like, I really feel like this has been setting up a Chappies win the entire time, and I just, like, hadn't been paying attention to it. Because there's just, like, so many, like, random scenes that Chappies gets with, like, people that are now on the jury. If George wins, would he be a middle tier winner? Yes. I think I went through this last time, where, like, where does George rank if he wins? Where I think I said upper middle tier if he dominates the game from that point forward. Which, to be fair, I mean, like, he had a rocky last round, but I think he's still on pace to be a high middle tier winner if he wins. Which, again, in Australian Survivor terms, like, if we're just doing Australian Survivor, like, in Australian Survivor, the recent editions, like, there's a debate for him being number 2 at that point. I'm creating a save here, just in case. Oh wait, fuck it, there's not a save. I'm a fucking idiot. Whatever. But yeah, like I think, like, again, I think at that point there's a debate for him and Jericho and him and Pia. Like, I think they're pretty close enough where Kara plays the idol on him, but also, like, you kind of have to give him some level of credit there for having an ally that was willing to sacrifice her game to give him an idol. But still bad. Let's see. Oh yeah, I think this move was for sure the right move. Like, it wasn't even close to me for Haley to be getting rid of. Fuck, this is so bad. For Haley to be getting rid of Emmett here. Like, it's really no debate in my mind, because like George. And George isn't gonna win any immunity. I mean, I wouldn't think he's gonna win any immunity challenges. Like, he's someone that you can get rid of at any point. He also has more loyalty to Haley than he would to Emmett. Or like Emmett just has so many other options. While at this point, like, who else does George have? Like, George literally just has Kara. Like, he doesn't have anyone else. So, is that it? I think that is.
Incoming.
Oh, or not. Shotgun and cannon. I guess we'll do that. Oh, you saw my Far Cry video. Again, my Far Cry video. Okay, that video was made. Actually, I have it right here. I literally finished editing that video November 22nd of last year. Like, that video's been in the back burner for forever. Because, like, originally Far Cry was supposed to be coming out in February of this year, but then it got delayed. But, like, I made that video beforehand. Actually, it's been a year, almost a year exactly, since I played Far Cry 5 on my series playthrough. So that it's funny that, like, again, that it's actually out now. But to be honest, I would not have made that video. Oh fuck, we're already here. Okay, let's just save. I would not have made that video had it been now. Again, like, at this point, I'm very. Okay. I'm very, I don't know, like, anti-Ubisoft. I'm like, obviously you have the sexual assault stuff, but even then, like, I don't know, it's just like, I just feel so disconnected from Ubisoft as a whole, to where, like, I really don't feel like playing any modern Ubisoft things. Like, I'll still play the old stuff that I love. Like, I'll play the older Assassin's Creeds. Like, I just edited a video on the Revelations retrospect not too long ago. But, like, in terms of, like, hyping myself up for their new stuff, it's like, I wouldn't give a shit anymore. Like, again, if it was now, I wouldn't have made that Far Cry video. But I did, so. Again, I wasn't gonna waste a video. I spent, like, a good chunk of time. Like, I spent, like, what, like 2 months playing those games? So it's like, I wasn't gonna, like, not release the video, but, I wouldn't have done it at this point, but, I assume you're saying, what are your expectations coming into Far Cry 6? To be honest, I don't think it looks good. Like, like, I'm not looking forward. Like, I was looking forward to it when it first was, like, when it was first announced. Like, that initial trailer that came out looked really cool. Even though it was all CGI trailer, but I thought, like, the tone and everything they was setting up, like, seemed pretty cool. At the point that we're at now, where we've seen, like, all the gameplay footage and all that stuff, it just looks very meh. Like, it looks like a Ubisoft game. Like, it doesn't really, like, I thought they were going to change things up. That's kind of what I was excited for, but it doesn't really feel like they're changing things. It really just feels like more of the same. What the fuck is this? So, like, I'm not that excited for Far Cry 6 at this point. Like, will I make a video? Will I play it eventually, and, like, will it be included in 2021 year in gaming? Maybe. But, it's not a game that I'm as excited for. Oh, yeah, by the way, what was it? Gamescom opening night happened today, so we did get some announcements from that. that I guess we can talk about some point, but I'll probably finish talking about the reality TV stuff first. In terms of strategic thinking, George has to be one of the best in Australian Survivor. I think if we're talking about raw strategic ability in terms of him knowing his optimal move based on the information that he has, yes. I think he is massively flawed socially. Not just in terms of likability, because I actually think most of the people like him on the Merge Tribe at this point. While he did obviously have a very rocky game in the Brains Tribe, it's at this point most of the people like him. That's not really his issue. His issue is more so, I think he doesn't have the greatest reads on people. Wait, what? There's more? Fuck, I thought we were at the end. I do think that's the issue with his strategic game, is that I think he gets the wrong read sometimes, to where in those positions he won't go with the more optimal move because he doesn't fully see the reality of the situation. But I do feel for the most part, again, he is a good strategic thinker. I do think he has done well so far in the season. The season's played out pretty perfectly for him post-merge in terms of demonstrating his strategic ability. I do think his the Kez boot in particular, I think, was a very good plan there, especially with him splitting the vote on Danny, which again I think it's technically that opened it up for him to be for Haley to go to Danny and tell him about it. But I do think for the most part that was the move for him. Okay, it's never mind, auto saved. But yeah, I do think he is a very good strategic thinker. Tiffany needs to stop trying to flip the vote every week. The thing is, she's trying to flip the vote for, I guess she is kind of flipping. Yeah, she is kind of trying to flip the vote every week. But, yeah, I haven't talked about Big Brother yet, which, again, at this point, it's still looking like Derek X is going home. I haven't been following the feeds, every second or anything, but, I do know that there was a flip that was in the works. Where are we going? Oh. Yeah, there was a flip in the works, and Tiffany wanted to try to keep him around. It did seem like he got some votes on his side, but it doesn't look like it's going to be super effective. Mind you, a lot of the reason why it wasn't super effective was because of Xavier, and Xavier's currently in his solitary confinement, so again, Derek X could give it another shot at this point. I know he talked about how he was going to, and again, who knows if it worked, but I more than likely it won't. And even if it does, it's he would need to win out from this point. Oh, this is a shit gun. Why am I using this? But yeah, I do think it is in the best interest of in the best interest of Tiffany to be keeping Derek X in this situation. Because, to be honest, Derek X or Claire, they're really interchangeable in terms of loyalty to Tiffany. I think they have around the same amount of loyalty, but Derek X is better in competitions, and Derek X is also more likely to do her bidding, really. I think Claire has a lot more of a mind of her own. So, I do think it is in her best interest to be keeping Derek X around here. But I do think doing so has kind of harmed her positioning, where, Kylan and Xavier have been talking about how she's trying to keep Derek X around. What the fuck is going on? And again, I fucking hate the Husks. I don't know, why did I take Jacob? Why did I do that? That was, a terrible decision. Alright, you know what? Let's pause this real quick just so I can look at chat and find something else to talk about. Yeah, I think AK's probably a better strategic thinker than George to me. But again, I think they're both very, very high. Oh yeah, that was 2 weeks ago. I said that if Haley plays the way she's playing, that she'll be up there, Kim Stradlin. That obviously sticks. To be honest, like I do think the edit has shown a lot more of her flaws since then too. To where like even if like if she had gotten the same edit but like had just not been voted out and like the game like plays out the way I'm expecting it to now, she still wouldn't be anywhere near there. Like I feel like we definitely have seen her be a bit panicky in the game and her being a bit loose with information. And also I do think she
Watch out!
I guess that plays into her being loose with information. Like her like telling Danny immediately after splitting the vote on Danny that she was the one that did it. Again, like even though like it might prop her up as like a strategic mastermind and everything, it also makes her a much bigger threat earlier on. Again, she definitely had a problem with threat management earlier in the merge, which again Kim didn't really have. I mean, she did to a degree, but had enough allies to counteract that. And even then, like, it didn't even have, like, she didn't really start to become a threat until, like, Final 10. Final 9, Final 10, to where Troyzan starts going after her. And even then, like, it was only Troyzan. Where, like, again, obviously Haley ends up blowing up her own games where everyone targets her. Which, again, you can credit some of that to the twist. But, like, I feel like that entire situation, even though it occurred because of the twist, I do think it also kind of plays into my thoughts on her as a player.
Leave it. No way that reaches the Normandy.
Yeah, surprised George has come this far. How does this happen? Again, like in the preseason, in the cast assessment, I was like, there's no way this guy's getting through the first few rounds. Yeah. Here he is, potentially winning the game. It really is insane.
Hang on, folks. Open the port side area.
I did hear about Parvati divorcing Fincher, which kind of came out of nowhere. It's not like I'm like really following their relationship or anything, but yeah, still kind of sad. I mean, I do feel like they seemed like a good couple from what we've seen, but again, obviously haven't seen that much. But I mean, it's only been like it hasn't even been a year. Oh no, it has been a year since Winter's at War, but that wasn't too long ago. I guess since the actual family visit, it has been 2 years, pretty much, right? So I guess it has been a decent amount of time, but still, I mean, sad. Also probably means we're never seeing John Fincher back, because why bring John Fincher back at this point? Yeah, Tiffany, I don't know what to do. Like, okay, so I haven't talked about stock watching a little bit, but I don't know what to do this week. Not that it really, again, like at the end of the day, it's like I fucked up this week by going all in on Hannah, which I lost money. But like I looked at the projections immediately afterwards. I was like, where the fuck do we go here? Like, there's nowhere to go. Like, I decided to go all in on Tiffany because I feel like Tiffany's the safest in terms of staying the same. But like, I really don't have faith in anyone at this point. Like, well, Alyssa's a 4, like, she's not going up. Ozza's a 5, she would need a 6 to make money, she's not going up to a 6. Claire's, again, borderline going home. I mean, I guess there's like, Claire could potentially go up to a 4, but very unlikely. Derek F is at a 4, I don't think he's going up to a 5. Derek X is going home. Hannah, I mean, like, if she stays at a 6, she makes money. But I very much doubt she's going up to a 7. I think there's definitely a chance that she goes down to a 5. We're getting rid of Legion, by the way.
That I'm giving the get to Cerberus.
Because, like, I think Hannah's win potential is significantly going down at this point. Yeah, and then Kylan's at a 7, which I think is too high. Like, if he was at 6, I would have went all in on Kylan. But it's like, at a 7, like, he would need a 7 again next week to make money. I don't think that's super guaranteed. Sarah Beth is at 2, again, probably not going up. Again, I feel like Tiffany's the safest at a 7, but she would need an 8 to make any significant money. And then you have Xavier, who's at an 8, which I think Xavier's kind of the safest short term, but the problem is that he's going to be on the block next week. And if he's still on the block after the veto, then, like, there's no way he's staying at an 8. So it's like, where do I go with the stock watch? I don't feel like there is a good spot. Again, like as of right now, I'm going all in on Tiffany, but it's like, it's more so just because like everyone else is bad. Yeah, I mean, like, there's just no one that is that secure in the stock watch. Oh yeah, and Battle of the Seasons video. Again, spoiler. That was like, I made that video like what, 4 months ago. Let's see, what was the date on that? April 5th. So, yeah, over 4 months ago. But yeah, I did say that casting videos are slowing down. I think I should rephrase that. I think Survivor casting videos are slowing down. And Survivor, like, I think, well, I mean, really in general, yeah, casting videos are probably going to slow down. But, like, because, like, I have a lot of ideas for non-Survivor ones. In terms of Survivor, I have a lot of recasting video ideas, which recasting videos won't necessarily slow down in the short term, but, general casting videos, I do think are gonna slow down a bit. But anyway, do a Survivor with Big Brother cast. Again, that's an idea. I do have, obviously I did the Reality Showdown one. Again, like, that's an idea. I don't know how well that video will do. We'll see. Again, like, right now, again, the rest of the year is scheduled, and really, actually, the first 3 months of next year are scheduled. Even though that's very much subject to change, considering I haven't started work on any of that. But still, actually, I don't think I have any casting videos. Actually, never. Actually, I didn't even think about that. I don't think I have any regular casting videos in the first 3 months of next year. Yeah, I don't. Wow, I didn't even think about that until now. But I do have a casting video already in the can that will be coming out at some point. What am I doing right now?
Message at your private terminal.
Wait, we did the IFF. So, do we have to waste time? Is that what we're doing? Or do we... I don't even remember. Whatever. Yeah, I have a decent amount of recasting videos already made. Actually, no, I don't. I have 2. But I also have some in the next batch as well. So, like, recasting videos, there's going to be more of. But, yeah, I guess we just have to do random missions right now, right? To waste time. But, yeah, I don't feel like regular casting videos are going to be too prominent for the short term. Actually, Parvati and John were only married since 2017. I thought they were married for longer, actually. So it's only 4 years, right? Okay, let's look this up. Mass Effect 2, list of missions. Okay, I need to find some mission locations for the side quests, because you have to find them in this game, which is really annoying. So yeah, trying to look this up real quick. Recasting videos. I have a Ghost Island one that is the more prominent one. Well, that's the one that's already in the can. That it's been. I mean, to be honest, it's been in the can for a while. That is coming. I believe. Yes, it is now my 3rd oldest video. Oh no, fuck! I'm an idiot. 5th. Yeah, oldest video. Yeah, recasting Survivor Ghost Island. What if it was Fans vs. Favorites 3? That's the next Survivor one. Again, I have this Amazing Race one that's been in the can for a while too. Both of those should be coming out around the same time, which is looking like November as of right now. Again, like, next month is going to be such a clusterfuck where it's all current shows. And then when we go into October, a lot of those videos are videos that need to be there too. So it's really November's the next like time where not much is going on. So like that's kind of where a lot of these sort of videos are going to be coming out. But those are the ones that are already done. Obviously moving forward, I mean, Heroes vs. Villains is one that I want to, like, I haven't done this one yet. That's the next batch of videos. So this will not be until early next year. But Heroes vs. Villains and All Stars are the next two for Survivor. Which should be pretty easy to put together, but again, I haven't really started the process on those. Where's the mission? Like, I had one last time that was like super easy to follow because I like gave you the planets and the galaxies and everything. This one doesn't have it. Like, obviously, this is going extremely well. Whatever. Okay, we're just wasting time at this point. Should I do the Thane mission? Because I can do the Thane mission and then fail it. So I guess I could do that. Dang, that takes so much time, though. Which, by the way, I'm seeing that I'm getting bot followers right now. Which is lovely, obviously. Wait, I thought you were going to recast Ghost Island as if it were the people who made the bad moves. Well, I mean, the main reason I did recasting Ghost Island to begin with is because it was season 36, and that was 10 years after Fans vs. Favorites 2, and like that was kind of the tradition, like the assumed tradition at that point, was that they were going to do it every 10 seasons, so that's why it was Fans vs. Favorites. That's also not a bad idea. But, like, I mean, to be honest, that could just be a normal casting video, though, of, like, casting, like, dumbest moves. I don't know what you would call that season, but it could just be something like that. Hey, why can't I find this list I had last time? This is really annoying, though. Let's see. Maybe it's this one? It is not, but this might do. Alright, whatever. Let's just follow it. Actually, which ones did we already do, though? Ugh. Alright, wait, let's see. So, Crescent Nebula? No. I love how this is, like, extremely boring for most people. Whatever. Hey, Bryce. You missed Big Brother? Oh, yeah, Redemption Island. That's definitely what we'll call it. But yeah, okay. Again, I don't know where the fuck this list went. I had it last time. This is really annoying. Yeah, as I said, though, right now the main focus is getting caught up on Survivor South Africa and Australian Survivor reviews, which I did get caught up on Survivor South Africa, currently working on Australian Survivor. I got up to episode 3, which, only 15 more to go, so that's going to be fun. To be fair, the Australian Survivor script is going a bit more smoothly, where I feel like there was so much more to talk about per episode for Survivor South Africa than there is with Australian Survivor, where, by the way, the merge episode for, like, I don't remember how exactly the script link turned out, but the Survivor South Africa merge episode took me forever to write, because I had so many fucking notes, which was really, annoying to narrow down. Why can't I find this list? This is really annoying. Should I just, like, literally go to every planet? That's gonna take forever. Like, I'm wasting so much time by, like, literally not doing anything that it's, like, either way. Fuck it, let's just do the Thane mission. Where's the Thane? Yeah, and Big Brother, like, to be honest, like, if I wasn't doing the channel, like, I probably wouldn't watch the episodes, especially live. Like, I really wouldn't give a shit. I mean, to be honest, like, but then again, like, if I wasn't doing the channel, I'd probably have more time to be watching the episodes. So I don't know. But either way, yeah, I'm not that invested in the episodes that much anymore. Because, like, the main point of watching the episodes is seeing the stuff that... What am I doing? I'm not even paying attention. But yeah, like, main point of watching the episodes at this point for me is, like, just seeing the stuff that isn't on the feeds and stuff that we wouldn't know. So essentially, like, the DRs and the competitions. But it's like, I don't give a shit about the competitions for the most part anyway.
Is there something wrong?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't actually care. So we're just going to skip through this. Alright. I would watch the episodes the day after fact, but like I'm kind of the type of person that, like, if I know I have to do something, I'd rather just do it at the point that that I can't, like, at the earliest that I can, because if I don't, then I'll keep on thinking about it forever. So it's like when wanting to watch Australian Survivor, like any of these shows, like I pretty much watch it at the first opportunity, just because if I don't, like, it just kind of like lingers in my mind of like oh shit, I need to do that at some point. Is my stream really far behind? I should probably... Oh no, we're good. Never mind. Like the stream on my end, like for some reason got really far behind until I just refreshed it. Where are we going? Yeah, we're going here. Oh yeah, I missed the Red Cross thing. That was so bizarre. Like, why was that in the... Like, it's so weird. Because, like, they'd even, like, bring up, like, a phone number, like, a website to go to, right? It was literally like, hey, Red Cross, this is a good thing. You should be, like, doing things. Do your part. But, like, it doesn't even, like, tell you how to do your part. Like, that was just bizarre. Janelle blasted Andy on Twitter. I didn't see that, actually. Piers, nah. Alright, let's look this up. Like, what she's... I'm assuming, like, is it about the current season? Because I know Janelle's been very anti this season, while Andy's been very pro this season. But... again, I didn't see this. Alright, so Andy tweeted, the big difference between BB22 and 23 is that BB22 won boring alliance, literally won every HOH. There's barely any strategy or gaming. BB23, the majority alliance keeps tricking each other into... Yeah. I mean, she's just like... from what I see, like, this tweet, it's just her calling him out for being so pro this season, right? Unless there's another one. Which, again, like... I mean, I would do the same thing if I cared enough to tweet. Okay, we're getting Thane, and the other one doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, like, it is getting annoying how much people are saying that this season isn't... Like, it's getting annoying how much, like, the people are so pro-Cookout are trying to defend the season by saying, hey, it's not boring. You weren't saying this last season. It's like, I mean, yeah, we were. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure... Like, who the fuck was out there saying, you know what, the committee... Like, greatest alliance ever, favorite thing ever. Like, no one was loving the committee. So, I don't know. I do feel like people have been saying, like, oh, you can't call this a steamroll, but it's like, it is a steamroll, just not a physical steamroll. Like, it's a strategic steamroll.
My associate is trying to find his son.
To where the Cookout has all the power in the house, and there's almost no way for them to not lose power at this point.
There we go. One of my men reported to Drell recently, and he was talking to Mouse. Interesting.
Mouse.
Yeah, Bryce, I think you're getting too excited here.
Hired your boy, but a messenger.
Oh yeah, I did see the tweet about public voting. That's just dumb. Again, that's just the go-to thing when like something that you don't want to happen ends up happening on Big Brother.
He works out of a public comm terminal. Sounds like your boy's running with the wrong crowd.
Yes, I agree.
If Mouse can't get you in touch with...
Oh, you just finished watching The Island?
I'll help you.
Yeah, that's a weird season. I'll be honest, I didn't hate The Island. Like, The Island is, like, to challenge fans, like, one of the worst seasons of all time. It's, like, if not the worst season. I didn't hate The Island. Like, it doesn't feel like The Challenge. Like, it feels like a radically different show. And, yeah, like, Bananas and Kenny were terrible human beings on that season.
I also didn't know what you do for a living.
Supposedly to the point where, like, a whole bunch of the women needed,
I take your point.
needed to like have like therapy and everything because of it. Wait, what am I doing here again? I'm just not paying attention. Fine Mount. Oh, Dark Star. Okay. But like again, like I didn't find it that bad. Like it just feels like very weird for it to be a challenge season. But I did find it to be like consistently entertaining, even if it was a bit icky at points. Yeah, Tommy was a waste. To be honest, like I feel bad for Tommy though. Again, like even though I call Tommy boring and everything, like I think Tommy is like a genuinely nice guy. Like again, he shouldn't be on reality TV, but I do feel bad for him there, where he gets a concussion, has to leave.
Have you tried Galaxy of Fantasy yet?
But again, like he did feel very. Oh wait, it's this guy over here. He did feel very out of place on the challenge to begin with.
I can get that. No problem. Well, okay, that might be more difficult. No, that's fine. I got some Quarians who can strip the copy protection. Just costs more.
Janelle's the new Russell Hantz? I guess so.
Don't worry. Yeah, sure. I can get you 2 cases by the end of the day.
You Mouse?
What are you... Oh, shit. Krios. I thought you were retired.
You're thinking about how great of a character Tom Schwartz is? I mean, doesn't everyone?
Be still, Mouse. You can change your pants in a moment.
You responded to Janelle tweet since Dick was tagged in it. I mean, yeah, I mean, like, either way, like, the public vote...
We need you to answer some questions.
Again, the public vote, I mean, like, the funny thing about Dick, like, it's so fucking weird. Evil Dick is so, like talking about how production rigs everything, when it's like, you won because production essentially rigged for you to win. Like, oh, I missed the button, damn it. But, like, it's so bizarre to me that Evil Dick is, like, one of these people that is, like, so, like, fuck production, when it's like, production literally handed you the win. I mean, like, it's bizarre.
Whoever you're protecting isn't worth it.
You wouldn't hurt me.
But yeah, I do think that is the case, though. If it does become public vote for the winner, it's essentially giving production the decision of who wins. Which, to be fair, I don't think production actually cares that much about who wins. Like, I think people like that talk about, like, oh, production rigs the show and stuff. Like, it's never because they, like, want a certain, like, they don't want a certain winner. Like, I don't think they've ever, like, maybe, like, outside, like, very rare circumstances, maybe, like, a Derek. Like, I don't feel like they have that much of a rooting interest in who wins a season. It's more so they want it to be entertaining along the way. Which, again, there could be riggage in terms of that. But I don't think they're ever, like, going, like, there's rarely a point where I think they're like, you know, we need to have Steve win this season. Or we need to have, like, I don't know, Nicole Franzel win this season or anything like that. Yeah, Steve is a bad example because they clearly don't like Steve. But either way. Oh yeah, like if you're talking about Evil Dick, like Evil Dick's for sure. Oh, Tommy, you're talking about retiring from reality TV. Yeah, I would guess that's the case. Like I would guess that the challenge was not a good experience for him. I don't know, it's so weird too, because like he was so like he was one of these people kind of like Mike Holloway after he won, where he was talking about how he's going to be like a 2-time winner and all this bullshit. Oh, we're going back to Bailey. This takes way more time than I thought it would. It probably would have been easier just to look for the list of side quests to do, because those literally take like less than 5 minutes each, but whatever. We restarted. I would like to finish Mass Effect 2 tonight, for sure. Again, probably not going to stream super late tonight, just because I do have some stuff going on tomorrow. Not morning, but like I do have to get up a bit earlier. So again, I don't want to be staying up till like fucking 6:30 like I did the other night.
Yes?
Can we talk about my associate's son?
You talked to
Oh, yeah, I did
Mouse?
see that. Yeah,
Figure the
Ozza was
name of the
pissed
guy
off that she was only getting $50. Which, by the way, I love Sarah Beth in this episode where she was talking about
Look, this
how
sucks.
American can just
Kellum and I have
use the B
He
bucks
doesn't
to
cause too much
I forgot the
trouble
exact
and
phrasing
buys
of it,
tickets
but
to
either
the
way,
C-section
but it really it's fun that they're really going in on Sarah Beth as a villain. I wish they showed more of her terrible gameplay. Like, it's weird because it's like they haven't really shown that this is like a bad move for Sarah Beth.
Yeah, I'll help.
Like
Absolutely.
everything that's happening
I'll
this
get
week.
some of my people to bring him in and set him up in a private room. You can interrogate him yourself.
But like they're really showing it pretty straight, where like they're just showing her wanting to target Derek X, but like not really showing like the ramifications of that.
I'll make it happen. Wait here.
Thoughts on Martinez? I mean, like, great character, terrible player, like incredible, like incredible character. Really, I mean, like the fact that he comes into the season with a pre-prepared note of like everything he's going to say at Final Tribal is hilarious, especially because like he wasn't a fan of the show. Like he knew nothing about the show, so it's like it's so weird that he like came into the season that prepared.
Captain, his lawyers.
But again, like a terrible player though.
Has his VI sent to page him if C-Sec gets within 10 meters.
I'll stall him. Get in there and work fast.
Yeah, I think the redeeming thing about the ending of the island is that Evelyn ends up winning it. I think if Evelyn is one of the winners, again, disappointing that like Bananas and Kenny. It's actually it's really weird when you think about like what happens if the island doesn't happen the way it does, because like if the island doesn't happen, like does Bananas become as big as he does?
Convince him that we'll put a bullet in his head.
Because Bananas winning the island allowed him to be on the ruins on the champions team, which further cemented him, Kenny, and Evan as like this like power trio there, and like that like fall through till Rivals, and then once Kenny and Evan are gone, it's only Bananas left, and he's the one that kind of like takes the reins from that point forward. So it's like, what would have happened if like
you ordered a hit on
if
someone.
he didn't win the island, which means that he can't be on the champions team. Like I think that's like a massive what if
You
there.
answer the question. You speak.
But yeah, I love Evelyn. Like Evelyn's one of my favorite
Mr. Kellum,
challenge competitors. Shame that we're probably never going to see her again.
You just handed me
I mean, I think there's a chance of us seeing her on All Stars. Like supposedly she was in the running for one, but had to like turn it down. But
Bailey gets here.
Bailey is
again,
here.
I would like to see her back,
You're dealing with us.
but just not super likely on the main show.
What are you, fraud boy?
Next video, it should be the Big Brother video.
Every punch is another credit.
works for me.
Again, we didn't get the Big Brother. We didn't get the Survivor cast today. So yeah, it'll be the Big Brother video, the Big Brother Top 10 One-Time Players video.
Go to hell.
I am worried for next month. I will see that in terms of scheduling. It's going to be such a clusterfuck because there's so many things in flux right now.
I'm done being patient.
Because like I can tell you the entire schedule of next month.
Sell them to a
The Wednesday video is pretty secure. It's going to be the Amazing Race 1 20-year retrospective.
He's unconscious.
And then I have a Persona 5 retrospective for the Wednesday after that. And like, again, like everything here is in flux because like outside of really everything outside of the Amazing Race video is in flux because so this next Saturday is when the premiere ranking is supposed to come out for Survivor. The problem is Survivor 41, the cast for that could come out next week, which means that video would be coming out there instead, which means the premiere ranking will be bumped a week. However, that video needs to come out before the premiere of Survivor, which if that video gets bumped, that only gives it a 2-week window of coming out, but there's also potential for, we know Australian Survivor's ending. which again, like, I'm really, that could come out on a Wednesday or Saturday, but ideally well, I mean, I guess, I don't know when that would come out. I guess it would have to be a Saturday now. I was thinking of it as a Wednesday, but because if it's on Tuesday, there's no, like, I feel like it's very hard to believe that I'm going to be able to fully put that all together. I don't know, we'll have to see. I don't know, like, there's a lot of the schedule's currently in flux, because after the Amazing Race 1 retrospective, the Premiere ranking and the Persona 5 ranking, everything else is related to a show that is currently airing, including the first 3 videos of October as well. Like, there's literally a 9 video block of all videos that are not done yet and that have to be done pretty soon, or pretty close to when they come out. Again, you got Survivor 41 cast assessment, Australian Survivor season review and player ranking, Survivor South Africa season review and player ranking, A&W 13 season review, Big Brother 23 season review and player ranking, and then the Circle season 3 review. That's all coming out within that 9 video block there. Now, some of these are secure, like the Circle season 3 review. I'm pretty sure I'm locked in on that because we know the finale date of that. We know the finale date of Big Brother. So, I mean, that stuff's pretty secure. So I guess really it's those first 6 videos that are more so in flux, because, like, again, we have an idea of when Survivor South Africa is ending. We don't know when Australian Survivor is ending for sure at this point. A&W, we know when it's ending now, and it's not ideal for the schedule. And then we don't know when the cast is coming out for 41. So it's a lot of things in flux. But yeah, to go back to the original question, yes, the next video will be the top 10 one-time player for Big Brother. But again, next month's going to be clusterfuck. And it's not going to be, like, what's also annoying, too, is that it's not going to be that, like, it's going to be a bad month viewership-wise, too, I'm pretty sure. Again, like, this month's been pretty strong. To be honest, it has slowed down a bit since the Battle of the Seasons video, mainly because the Battle of the Seasons video completely died off after, like, halfway through Sunday. So, and to be fair, the Far Cry videos performed better than I thought. Like, I believe I checked it earlier. I think it slowed down a little bit, but it was pretty much matching my Sasuke 39 video, which when we're relating it to video game videos, I believe it was my best performing video game video of the year outside of the 2020 year in gaming, I think. So, I mean, it was doing pretty well at the beginning. Again, I mean, like, that's pretty much nothing, because, like, it's still not performing well in the grand scheme of things. But again, that's the sacrifice I make for the channel. Yeah, it's currently at 200 views right now, which is 38 views behind my Sasuke 39 review at this point, where, again, it was above it at a point, but, again, it didn't stick. But, yeah, I mean, like, it's still not a great day today. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, today's gonna end up matching yesterday, mainly because of the new views from the Far Cry video. But then, like, tomorrow and Friday are probably gonna be bad. And then the Big Brother video, I'm not expecting it to perform that well. Like, I would think like 3,000 to 4,000 views at most. Yeah, it's like, it's above my Jeff Probst's favorite player video. Like, that's pretty insane. But yeah, non-winning videos at 3.5 thousand. So it's like, again, not great in the grand scheme of things. So yeah, not going to be a great week here viewership-wise. And then coming into next month, it's like, you got the Survivor 41 cast assessment, you got the Premiere ranking. Everything else is probably going to perform pretty bad. Or at least not as strong as what I normally would. I have to...
I'm on him, Thane. He's talking to some voters.
Okay, so we have to fail this mission. But then again, October should be a bit of a rebound, and then November should be pretty good. And so should December, I think. And really, I think, like, most months afterwards, like, I think are scheduled pretty well. Like, it's really just this next month that kind of fucks me over because of how many shows are ending at the same time. But yeah, let's Sarah Beth or Rowan from BBK 9, who's the better villain? Was Rowan ever a villain? I mean, I guess he was like trying to be, right? But I never actually looked at him as a villain, though. So I guess by that nature, I guess Sarah Beth. Morgana got added to Super Monkey Ball, yeah. Should I talk about that? Should I talk about the video game stuff? I guess I'll get caught up here first. Yeah, Final 6 is going to be the final time you can play an idol on Immunity Island, which is earlier than normal. I mean, it used to be Final 6 for a while in Survivor US, but then they stopped that for after Nicaragua, so